In this presentation, I would like to demonstrate the features and functionality OMS has in creating realistic forecasts for business, whether they be manufacturers, importers, retailers, or distributors. In developing OMS, Inventory Matters was focused on providing users with a system that was easy to implement and even easier to understand and use. As much as possible, we've taken out the need for specialist IT involvement to get OMS up and going, and you certainly don't need any special mathematical skills to be able to develop and maintain product forecasts yourself. In OMS, creating a forecast couldn't be easier. OMS users can utilize the data upload and transform function within OMS to take sales history data from their host system and upload it onto the server. By simply typing in the location of the file, users can quickly get their data into OMS. Importantly, dedicated IT resources are not normally required to transform and upload this data. It can be in Excel format and still be used by OMS. OMS creates a forecast of usage or sale of every item at every location based on past sales history of independent demand items. The OMS system draws in the past sales history for an item seen here in the circled area going back 3 years and creates a forecast for the next 52 weeks. OMS is able to create forecasts based on a lot of algorithms, over 50, and the system has a default setting to use the best fit for the product's sales profile. OMS can pick up trends and seasonality and include that in the forecast. OMS produces a forecast for every product in every site where it is sold or stored. In this example, the product has 5 locations and the user can view the individual forecast for each location separately. OMS gathers this individual demand and creates an aggregated forecast representing all warehouse or store demand combined. For the first time, users may be able to see unique sales patterns for products based on their location. OMS is capable of producing sales forecasts for each product in all locations in which it is sold, providing that data is configured appropriately when OMS is set up. All forecasts can be aggregated so that total demand can be determined and replenishment strategies developed. The forecast for each site can include demand from a number of areas. Demand can be created based on past history, planned promotional activity, unique one-off sales. Forecasts can be impacted by previous stockouts or backorder supply, and OMS has unique tools to cater for these events. OMS provides users with the ability to either replicate or ignore a past event. For example, if a past promotion caused a change in sales rates, OMS Events tool enables a user to capture the impact of the past event and replicate it for future promotions. If past sales spiked due to a one-off customer order, OMS provides users with the ability to ignore the impact of this sale in the forecast, or to include it if it's known that the customer will order again in the future. Similarly, back orders and product stockouts can be isolated and removed from forecasts by users using the Event Management tool. OMS makes it easy for users to alter the forecast for a short period or for extended periods. In the example shown here, this item has a system forecast of 3.49 units per week. It also has demand created by use within a bill of material and demand from dependent warehouses, that is, transfers going to other warehouses. Within OMS, a user is capable of altering demand by either a short number of weeks or across a large range of weeks. In this example, it was possible to change the forecast for 3 weeks by manually inserting the amounts and then clicking What If. The system then calculated the new aggregated forecast, shaded in blue, and adjusted the forecasted closing stock on hand due to these changes, which is shown shaded in yellow. OMS then has brought forward an order release to compensate for these changes, and this is a very important differentiator compared to ERP systems. The planned order release of the 30th of September has now been adjusted to the 9th of September due to the forecast being increased, ensuring the client doesn't run out of stock. What happens if a large change to forecast is made? For example, if the system forecast of 3.49 per week had a large increase due to a new customer. When significant forecast changes are made over many weeks, OMS has the capability via its multiple forecast adjustment facility to increase the forecast by increasing units per week or by a percentage amount. In this example, an incremental increase from 15 to 25 units per week over the next 52 weeks was entered into OMS. OMS then calculates the forecast adjustment, which can be seen as the shaded area at the bottom of the screen. The impact of these forecast changes on the supply plan can be seen. From the top left graph, OMS has shown in dotted line format the new inventory position, which will see the company go into an out-of-stock situation due to these forecast changes. OMS has also replanned new order releases to be brought forward to get the company back into a positive stock position. The key benefit of this modelling capability is that the company can understand the feasibility of changing the forecast, for example, to accept a large customer order, and know in advance if the company can meet this new demand and what it must do immediately to action the increase. A very important requirement for manufacturers is to ensure that they have sufficient raw materials for production to be run efficiently and to avoid stockouts and parts expediting. OMS has a unique bill of materials capability that enables it to forecast for items included in bills of material. Using independent demand forecasts, OMS can associate all raw materials used within a BOM to independent demand items and create forecast and order release plans for these items. OMS provides visibility of the additional demand, but also shows which products or kits the item is used on. In summary, OMS has outstanding functionality in both producing a forecast, but also it's able to handle the intricacies of forecast adjustments necessary for manufacturing and retail customers. These forecasts can be used by